Some motorcycles aren't just machines. They're tests of courage. One wrong move, and even the most experienced riders can pay the price. It's not just speed that intimidates. Some bikes are too heavy to control, some handle unpredictably, and some demand skills most riders never develop. And then there's the hidden cost. Maintenance bills, crashes, injuries that slowly drain your love for the ride. These motorcycles push riders to the edge, and sometimes over it. Today on Iron Spirit, we reveal motorcycles so unforgiving. They've made riders quit riding forever. And by the end, you'll see why these motorcycles aren't for everyone. Get ready. The countdown begins now. Number 7. The KTM 1290 Super Duke R. The KTM 1290 Super Duke R, nicknamed the Beast, and for good reason. This bike doesn't just accelerate, it lunges. Torque so violent it can literally twist your arms if you're not ready. One moment you're carving a corner perfectly, and the next, a tiny miscalculation turns the ride into a full-body workout, wrestling a machine that feels alive, wild, untamed. At 476 pounds, this isn't a lightweight stunt bike. Combine that with 103 pound-feet of torque and a top speed of 180 miles per hour, and you've got a motorcycle that punishes hesitation and rewards only precision. On city streets, it's merciless. Traffic lights feel like obstacle courses, sudden bumps like landmines. One wrong flick of the wrist can throw you off balance faster than you can process. Many riders underestimate the Super Duke R. Some try to tame it and end up bruised, frustrated, or even scared enough to walk away. Others respect it, but only after paying a steep price in sweat, nerves, and confidence. For new or even moderately experienced riders, this bike isn't just a challenge. It's a potential reason to quit entirely. And yet, as punishing as the KTM is, there are motorcycles built for even greater extremes. Machines engineered for track-level performance that demand perfection at every twist of the throttle, like number 6, BMW S1000RR. This isn't just a motorcycle. It's a precision instrument built for the racetrack, demanding absolute perfection from the rider. Every corner, every throttle input, every shift of weight is magnified. One minor miscalculation, and the consequences can be brutal. Crashes that seem improbable to outsiders are all too common here. With over 200 horsepower packed into a lightweight frame, the S1000RR delivers acceleration so fierce it can disorient even seasoned riders. Its handling is razor sharp, but razor sharp can cut. Torque this intense punishes hesitation. Confidence evaporates in seconds, leaving only fear and respect for the machine. Riders describe it as both exhilarating and terrifying, a machine that tests nerves, skill, and reaction time to the limit. It's not a casual ride, it's a relentless test of precision and patience. Many walk away after only a few sessions on the track, humbled and exhausted. For those unprepared, this bike is more than a motorcycle. It's a lesson in humility. And while the S1000RR pushes the limits of modern engineering and razor-sharp precision, some motorcycles challenge riders in an entirely different way. Not with speed or electronics, but with raw, old-school mechanics. Machines that demand respect, patience, and perfect coordination at every moment. Enter the Harley-Davidson with the infamous suicide clutch, a classic bike that's as beautiful as it is unforgiving. Number 5. Harley-Davidson with suicide clutch. Now we step back into the world of classic engineering. The Harley-Davidson, equipped with the infamous suicide clutch. It's a bike that exudes style, history, and raw character. But behind the chrome and roar lies a challenge few modern riders are prepared for. Unlike modern bikes with user-friendly clutches and smooth gear transitions, the suicide clutch demands perfect coordination between hand, foot, and mind. One mistimed release, one slip of the foot, and the bike reacts unpredictably, throwing off balance or jerking forward with a force that feels almost alive. Riders often describe it as wrestling a vintage beast, where every ride is a test of skill and patience. For many, the Harley is a nostalgic dream. They chase the feel of history under their hands and the rumble of decades of engineering. But that dream comes with bruises, mistakes, and the risk of walking away entirely. Countless riders have admitted, after repeated failures and close calls, that this beautiful, timeless machine is unforgiving. It doesn't forgive carelessness. It doesn't forgive hesitation. Yet, as challenging and unpredictable as the Harley is, some motorcycles push riders into entirely new territory, blending extreme performance with cutting-edge technology. Machines that feel less like traditional bikes and more like futuristic beasts. One such motorcycle that redefines what it means to ride is the Verge TS Pro, an electric superbike that seems pulled straight from a sci-fi thriller. Number 4. Verge TS Pro, an electric superbike. Innovation can be dangerous, and few bikes prove that better than the Verge TS Pro. This electric superbike looks like it was pulled straight from a sci-fi thriller, sleek, silent, and almost otherworldly. But don't let the quiet fool you. Beneath that futuristic exterior is a machine capable of terrifying acceleration and torque that reacts instantly to every twitch of the throttle. Priced at nearly $30,000, it's an investment that demands respect. Yet it's not just the price that intimidates riders, it's the learning curve. Unlike conventional motorcycles, the Verge's handling and torque distribution require a completely different approach. Acceleration is instantaneous, braking is abrupt. The digital systems are precise but unforgiving. Even experienced riders report moments of panic, as the bike responds faster than human reflexes can compensate. Riders quickly realize that this isn't a leisurely cruise or a street bike for showing off. Every ride is a test of focus, adaptability, and nerve. Make one small error, and the consequences are immediate. The Verge TS Pro isn't just a ride, it's a challenge to survive intact, a trial of mind and machine. And yet, for those who think the Verge TS Pro is extreme, there's still a level beyond. Motorcycles built purely for unrelenting speed, precision, and adrenaline. Machines that punish the tiniest mistake with consequences you can't afford to ignore. At the very top of that list is a legend, the Ducati Panigale 5.4. Number 3. Ducati Panigale 5.4. The Ducati Panigale 5.4. The apex predator of motorcycles, a machine that doesn't just test skill, it exposes every flaw, hesitation, and miscalculation. With over 214 horsepower packed into a lightweight 434-pound frame, speed is instantaneous, handling razor sharp, and the margin for error nearly non-existent. Riders describe it as beautiful terror on two wheels. A perfect corner demands precision. One tiny misjudgment can turn adrenaline into panic. The engine doesn't forgive mistakes, it punishes them. Veteran riders admit that even the slightest lapse in focus can result in crashes that might not only injure the body, but crush confidence permanently. For many, this bike doesn't deliver a thrill. It delivers a nightmare that ends the love of riding entirely. Yet, the Panigale isn't just a warning, it's the ultimate challenge for those who live for the edge. It's a test of nerve, control, and courage. To ride it is to confront the limits of what you think you can handle, and sometimes to realize you're not ready for them. And while the Ducati Panigale 5.4 pushes riders to the very edge of skill and precision, there are motorcycles that demand a different kind of mastery, lighter, faster, yet just as unforgiving. Machines where every corner, every throttle input, and every shift of weight magnifies even the tiniest mistake. One such bike is the Aprilia RSV 41100 Factory, a track-focused marvel built to thrill, intimidate, and test the limits of even the most seasoned riders. Number 2. Aprilia RSV 41100 Factory. The Aprilia RSV 41100 Factory, a motorcycle so precise, so razor-sharp, it feels alive with every lean. Lightweight yet explosive, it demands absolute focus. Every corner is a negotiation between speed and control. Every throttle twists a gamble with physics. One tiny miscalculation at full lean, and your adrenaline spikes instantly. This is a bike that doesn't just test skill, it tests nerve, precision, and composure. Its high-revving V4 engine screams at over 217 horsepower, while cutting-edge electronics monitor traction, throttle response, and suspension adjustments at microsecond intervals. Sounds like safety? Not really. These systems only highlight errors faster, punishing even split-second hesitation. Weight distribution, body position, and brake modulation are not suggestions. They're survival tools. Riders describe it as intoxicating and terrifying all at once. Push it too softly, and you miss the thrill. Push it too hard, and the consequences are immediate. The RSV4 is the perfect blend of adrenaline and discipline. It rewards precision and punishes overconfidence. Even experienced track riders admit mastery here is not given. It's earned through repetition, focus, and respect for the machine. And yet, as relentless as the RSV4 is, there exists a motorcycle that raises the stakes even further. A bike that doesn't just challenge skill, but tests the very limits of human reaction, speed, and courage. One machine that makes even the RSV4 feel tamed. That machine is none other than the supercharged, track-only legend. Number 1. Kawasaki Ninja H2R. The Kawasaki Ninja H2R, engineered for pure madness. A supercharged, track-only beast with 310 horsepower, a top speed of 248 miles per hour, and torque so instant it challenges the limits of human reflexes. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a trial of skill, focus, and courage against a machine designed to dominate physics itself. Even professional riders describe it as overwhelming. Lightweight yet ferociously powerful, the H2R accelerates faster than you can blink, responding instantly to the slightest input. Lean too hard, brake too late, or twist the throttle too aggressively, and the consequences are immediate, violent, and potentially catastrophic. Every second on this bike is a test of nerves, precision, and situational awareness. It's not just the speed or acceleration that intimidates. The supercharged engine and aerodynamic design create a level of sensitivity and responsiveness that makes hesitation dangerous. A moment's miscalculation can throw you off balance or send you flying past the limits of the track. This is a bike that forces riders to confront their own abilities, and sometimes to realize they aren't enough. Riding the Ninja H2R is a pure adrenaline experience, but it comes at a price. There's no margin for error, no second chances, no room for doubt. It's the ultimate machine for those who crave the edge, the ultimate test of control, skill, and respect for the motorcycle. For most, surviving even a few laps intact is an achievement. For some, it's the machine that finally makes them reconsider their limits, their love for riding, or both. It's not just horsepower or torque that makes these motorcycles intimidating. It's how your body and mind interact with them. Every extreme bike tests your reaction time, balance, and coordination to near-perfect levels. When you twist the throttle, your arms, legs, and core all react in microseconds to control acceleration and stability. Misjudge even slightly, and the bike responds instantly, sometimes violently. From an engineering perspective, these machines are designed to push limits. Lightweight frames combined with high torque create bikes that accelerate faster than the human body can anticipate. Advanced electronics, from traction control to ride-by-wire throttles, add precision, but also complexity. The faster and more responsive the bike, the smaller the margin for error, and the higher the mental stress on the rider. Psychologically, extreme bikes force split-second decision-making. Your brain must process speed, lean angle, road conditions, and throttle input simultaneously, a level of multitasking that can exhaust even experienced riders. That combination of physical and mental strain is exactly what makes these motorcycles quitting-inducing, even without crashing. Understanding these forces helps explain why some bikes intimidate riders instantly. It's science, engineering, and psychology all combined in one unforgiving machine. Extreme motorcycles aren't meant to break you. They're meant to test you. Respect is the first rule. Respect the bike, respect the learning curve, and respect your own limits. Approach each ride methodically. Warm up your body, practice in controlled environments, and focus on technique rather than speed. Weight distribution, posture, and smooth inputs are key. Keep your movements deliberate. Sudden shifts can unbalance the bike or amplify torque effects. Pay attention to road conditions and weather. Even the fastest, most capable bike can betray a moment of inattention. Finally, know when to step back. Walking away isn't failure, it's survival. Extreme motorcycles reveal where skill meets limitation. Mastery comes with time, patience, and repeated, careful practice. These bikes demand respect, but with the right approach, the thrill can be conquered safely. These lessons apply to every bike we've counted today, whether it's the vintage Harley, the futuristic Verge TS Pro, or the ultimate Ducati Panigale 5.4. Survival and skill go hand in hand with adrenaline and speed. From raw torque and brutal acceleration to razor-sharp handling and futuristic electric power, these motorcycles push riders to their limits in ways few machines ever will. Some intimidate with sheer speed, others with complexity, and some with unpredictability that reminds you just how fragile mastery can be. The lesson: riding isn't just about thrill, it's about respect. Respect for the machine, for your own skills, and for the fine line between mastery and disaster. Each of the bikes we've seen today tests that line, and for some riders, crossing it isn't worth the cost. So, whether you chase speed, style, or innovation, remember this: it's not about conquering every bike. It's about knowing which battles are worth fighting and which ones demand patience, practice, or even walking away. Hey, which of these motorcycles would you dare to ride, or would you step back and respect their power from afar? Let me know in the comments, and if you survived this countdown with your heart racing, hit that subscribe button for more hard truths, deep dives, and two-wheeled passion. This is Iron Spirit. See you in the next one.